Good afternoon, Jet fans, and welcome to Jets Positive, the show where each week we pick out and point to the positive parts of our previous week's performance as we point ahead towards victory today. I am your host, Martin Curtis, and folks, there's a bye this week, so there is no game. But instead, we are going to have an exclusive interview between our own legendary quarterback, Joe Namath, and our current team leader, Mark Sanchez. But before we get started, I want to remind our fans to go to Cat Bomb Clothing for the finest t-shirts on the market, and you can visit them at http://catbomb.spreadshirt.com. And without further ado, we're going to send you right off to Joe Namath. Thank you, Martin Curtis. And I'm here to interview our quarterback, Mark Sanchez. And I'll tell you, after the first 5 weeks, we saw a rough start for the Jets, including 3 losses in a row. But after that, the last 2 weeks, they beat Miami and they beat San Diego as they look to point ahead towards more victories on the road. Mark, what about the sudden change? What brought all of that about? Well, Joe, after those 3 losses, we felt that we weren't performing up to my abilities, and Coach Schottenheimer took me to the side and said we got to go into this video room. And me and Coach Schottenheimer spent a lot of long, dark hours alone in that dark video room, and he, I gotta tell you, showed me things that I didn't know that I was capable or willing to do. But I gotta admit, after him showing me a lot of film and a lot of tough love, a lot of real tough man love, I tell you, when I came out of there, I felt like I came out a true man. And I look forward to spending more time in that dark video room with Coach Schottenheimer, and I expect to show him bigger and better things as we move along. Well, you know, kid, I won a Super Bowl with the New York Jets. Yes, Joe, you did. And if we follow the plan, we can hopefully achieve the same victory that you did on your career. Well, you know, I also got 2 MVPs and a Super Bowl MVP. And I'm in the Hall of Fame. Well, individual accolades will come as my maturity expands and carries on along with Coach Schotty in that video room. Well, you know, I'm also in the Hall of Fame, and they retired my number. Well, if I carry on like this, maybe I can achieve those things, and perhaps they might retire my number someday. Well, that's a joke. What do you mean by that, Joe? You got Ray Lucas's number. That's it. Shut up. Shut up, you old man. You're all washed up. I'm the leader of this team now, not you, me, Mark Sanchez. Coach! Coach!
What do you want, Sanchez?
Namath's picking on me again. Will you make him stop, Coach? Will you, please?
Stop whining, kid. Why don't you just, in fact, go out and get me a goddamn snack.
Oh! Well, folks, that's all we have time for now, except to remind you once again to visit catbomb.spreadshirt.com. Get those shirts before the Christmas comes, because they're going to be backed up and you want to get them nice and early. And again, we want to encourage our fans today to put on their Giants uniforms and root for the Giants as they face off against our hated rivals, the Miami Dolphins. And again, next week, we'll let them root again for the Giants as they take on the New England Patriots. Until next week, folks, we'll see you again on Jets Positive!